There's another fake vaccine injury thing. Yeah, I saw this one, the beer can one. This one is my favorite. This is my favorite vaccine injury. What is this? Urgent. My cousin Mahmoud, 45, a healthcare worker in Turkey, was mandated to take Pfizer's COVID vaccine. That 3 days later, he cannot stop shaking. I'm a prisoner in my own home. This one's fire. This is the best version of that tweet that I've seen so far. Do you find this weird or cool? I love this guy. Anyway, so vaccine injuries are popping off, and I think we should let them. Okay? I think we should let boomers have a little bit of fun lying on the internet. Why is it that only Zoomers get to do like shifting to a different dimension? Different dimension being Hogwarts every time for some fucking weird reason. But like, I think boomers should be able to lie on the internet too. Okay, just a little bit of banter, just a little bit of fun. And that's precisely what they're doing. There's a lot of boomers out there. All of them are Republican. Very odd that like this vaccine just ends up giving Republicans like more of the brain disease that they already had. Like their starting point is like incredibly brain diseased, obviously, because they're Republican, but it just makes them even more insane. And of course, they don't actually get the shakes or whatever. Like it's not a real physical problem that they have, but more so the brain disease they get from getting the vaccine, if they actually did get the vaccine to begin with, is they can't stop pretending. They cannot stop pretending that they have a fucking vaccine injury. But this one is one of my favorite ones because like it's so clearly, look, it's more clearly staged than others. Look, totally fine. Fake shaking while she's trying to drink the beer.
Look what I got. Real money.
Not real.
Yeah, but look, it's actual.
Not even shaking while she's ending. Like you could have cut that. You could have made it like crazier. You could have fucking like sprayed yourself with beer. You know what I mean? Like, oh, look at me. Like, look at how difficult my life is because I'm shaking. You didn't do any of that. And for that, it's my favorite. For that reason, it is my favorite one I've seen thus far. Felix talked about this, the millennial pause, if you remember. Yeah, she did the millennial pause on her shake. The idea that like Gen Z is so used to fucking being like to filming shit that like there is no pause when they hit record. Whereas like this is something that you see with millennials. Like there is like a there's like a blip. There's a breath. There's a brief pause once you hit record. Now, of course, you should be able to cut that out in your video if you want to make like a better video. This is me after one dose of Pfizer. Listen, dude, she's having the best. You're joking. You're making fun of her, but she's having the best orgasm of her life. So who's really the winner here? You know what I mean? It's great because like this used to be, I think, before like camera phones and before TikTok and like social media. Can't believe I'm saying this, but like these people were around, but not to this degree. And if you recall, the most famous example of this was on local news, where local news did coverage on this like many years ago. And there was a woman who was like, oh, I speak in a different accent now, and I'm constantly shaking and all this other shit. And then they caught her in the fucking parking lot with a camera, just lying, like just very clearly, just normal, not shaking, not doing any of that shit, if you remember. And as soon as she was caught, she flipped it on again. A classic, an absolute banger. How did we get here where there are like so many people? There are so many. Yeah, cheerleader gets the full. And then they turned this into a meme, obviously. Like, By the way, this is such a bygone era. Look at how racist this fucking meme is. Like, look, even the black guy can't hang with her skills. Just casually dropped it in there for some extra ha-has. You know what I mean? What a different time. Anyway, yeah, the vaccine made you hit the gritty. She looks like me walking. I have cerebral palsy, lol. Yeah, except like your shit is real. She's faking it, and she got caught faking it too, which is why it's like fucked up. Their Twitter bios always are insane too. Like, I got the jab. But yeah, this one's my favorite because like she didn't even put any effort into it. She was just like, she just gave up. Let's look at this one. This one's fire. I'm telling you, like, I think they should be allowed to do this. My controversial opinion is that like boomers should be allowed to lie like this on the internet. We don't talk about that. That era is lost, okay, in history. We don't talk about that.